Okay, so to do the long tail cast on, you start with a pretty long tail of yarn. This is just shitty acrylic yarn from Michael, so don't tell anybody. But you loop it over your thumb and over your pointer finger, and then you grab it with your other two fingers. So I don't know why people start it with the slip knot. I have never once seen a need for that. So I don't know. I'm sure that there's a reason, but I've never done it. Seems like it just adds complexity and makes it harder down the line and makes your tension all weird. And anyway, so you take one of your needles and you come down from the top and you go over both of your pieces of yarn and up your thumb and down your pointer. And now you are kind of grabbing two pieces of yarn and letting go. So let's try that again. So you have some tension here. That's kind of the most important thing. And you kind of reach back and away towards yourself. So you're going over a bunch of yarn, and you start at the fleshy chunk of your thumb and you trace up of it. And now you go to the tip of your pointer finger and you trace down it. And now you shouldn't have had to think about yarn at any point of this. This is the first time you're thinking about yarn. So now you're grabbing onto this piece of yarn and you're threading the needle that you just made through, letting your thumb go. Okay? So pull that yarn tight. You can have a bunch of it if you want. It really doesn't matter. And start at that fleshy chunk of your thumb, stab it a little bit and trace up. And now start at the tip of your finger and trace down. You're still not thinking about yarn, you're just tracing. And now you're grabbing that yarn and you're threading through that loop you made. Okay, so up, trace, down, trace, and now we're threading through that loop. And that's how we're getting stitches on. That's the cast on. So, and you can actually get going pretty quick. And that's how you'll see a lot of people do it, is just motor on through. But I don't think that that's that helpful. A huge thing you're going to run into is you're going to run out of your tail. You need to cast on 40 stitches and you'll make it to 34 and you'll run out. And that just sucks ass. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to start over. I wish that there was, maybe if somebody knows some way to get around that, that's awesome, let me know. But I just had to cast on 80 stitches and I had to try 4 times. It sucks. Always just give yourself extra. So, okay, one more time for luck. You pinch through, you grab your yarn here, you give yourself a lot of tension, and you go down that fleshy part of your thumb and up and down your finger, and now you made that loop, you grab the yarn and come through. And that's the long tail cast on.